Here we are right where we left off. I'm actually logged in as a different student this time, not Jerry Schmery, but Jill Schmill. And I'm right where we left off from the last video on the stream page, which, as you learned in the last video, is the landing page where Google Classroom takes you every time you enter the classroom. So let's say you've already become acclimated with the About page. You've already read the syllabus forwards and backwards multiple times. You totally understand the assignments. You've done the pre-class work. And now you're ready to actually start writing. So this is where you come as the stream page after you've done all that. So you've already viewed all the videos you need to view. You're ready to write an outline. As you can see on this stream page, this is where your assignments are posted. So your teacher will post each assignment. It will include a due date, and it will include the title of the assignment and any notes that the teacher wants you to pay attention to about it. A lot of times there won't be anything like this, but as you guys are beginning with Google Classroom's features, there'll be just some notes here to remind you how to do things. So let's say I want to start the April assignment. As you can see, again, this is a 2-month class. There's an April final assignment and a May final assignment. Now you may notice that there's only 2 assignments here. There's no outline assignments. Your outline assignments are hidden within each final assignment. So I'll explain that more in a second. What you want to do, let's say you're ready to get going on the book reflection outline. Even though it doesn't say outline here, you can still click this or you can click open. Either one works. But the point is you want to start working on this book reflection paper. And you just want it to be an outline at this point. It's mid-April. You're ready to get going on the outline. Click open. This takes you to a page where you can either add a file or create a new document in order to start your assignment. I don't want you to ever add a file in here. Now that we're using Google Classroom, the best thing for both students and instructors is that they use Google Docs. That's just going to make things way easier. It works and functions the best within Google Classroom. So don't get too scared. There's another tutorial on how to use Google Docs extensively and how to cite sources within Google Docs. There's a lot of amazing free citation tools you can use. So please check those out too. Here, I want you to click Create. This is what you'll do anytime you're ready to start your outline for one of the final assignments. You go to Create, Docs, click it. Here it's thinking. Let it think for a second. And this thing just shows up here. Now, the nice thing is you don't have to change anything about how Google Classroom has named your assignment. It automatically populates this name based on your assignment name and also your name. So it just adds your name on there. This is perfectly fine for MI. Just leave it as this. It'll make it easier for you. So click this link once this shows up. And as you can see, it opens a new tab and brings us right into Google Docs. This is what Google Docs looks like. It's an online writing program. You may be wondering what happens if I don't have internet. There's ways to use Google Docs offline. And you can also just simply start writing whatever you wanted to write and then add it when you do have internet later. But we can talk more about that in another video. So as you can see, this is just the basic layout of any writing editor, writing program. You got file, edit, view, all the basic things up here, all the tool things. You could adjust the font, etc., all that stuff. So first, quickly, if you're new to Google Docs, I want you to format your docs this way for MI. So double click up into this area and it'll open up the header. Okay. And then separately open up an old Word doc that you've used before. We're going to steal from Jerry Schmery. This is one of his old assignments. You can double click up in Word and copy, Control C, however you've used that header section before for MI. Usually it looks something like this. Go back into Google Docs. Again, we're clicked up in here. Double click if you're not. Control V or edit paste. And here you go. This is all you really need up as your header. Obviously change this to the name of the class, which is Confessional Faith. Just change all the things that need to be changed here. And then click out. And that's perfectly fine. I don't want you to click this at all. So that we want it to show up on every page. So that's something that's a little different. Click out of there. And then the next thing you do is go to Insert, Page Number. Go down to this one in the bottom left corner here. Out of these 4 options, I want you to choose this bottom left. Click it. And it automatically shows up down here on the bottom, this page number. just go up to the top right away and click center so that that number is centered. And those numbers, those page numbers are going to show up on every page that you continue to type, and so will your header. So just keep it like that. You're good to go now. You're ready to start typing your assignment. So that's a pretty simple way to quickly format. Now let's just say you're ready to start typing your outline. It's clearly awesome. Okay, it's mid-April. You've read the stuff for the book reflection final paper. You want to start your working doc. Now the thing about Google Documents is they are working documents, which means they're constantly being saved and they're constantly able to be shared. So every document you create within Google Classroom is automatically already shared with your professor or with your instructor or academic pastor. So you don't need to do anything up in this upper right corner. It does it for you. So I just want that to be clear. Once you type your outline, it's something that your instructor is going to be able to view. Now, obviously, they know there's a due date for your outline, so they probably won't log into Google Classroom and look at those assignments until they know that due date has come. So again, all these changes have been saved. It changes and saves it by the second. So, sorry, it doesn't change it. It saves any edits you're making, any changes you're making by the second. So just assume that it's all being saved. I know it's scary. Now let's just say you're done. This is your outline. You're ready to submit it. You don't need to press anything up here. It's been saved. We're literally just going to close this tab. It brings you right back to here. If you get out of here by clicking that arrow, you can always get back to that assignment by clicking open, and it'll save it for you. We click it again. There it is, just how we had saved it. You can also get to it by going to drive.google.com, which every email address with Google gets a free Drive account. And Google Drive is just like Dropbox. It just saves everything that you do in Google, and you can upload things into Google Drive. You can save photos and tons of stuff. So here it created a folder for you called Classroom, and it has all the classes you've been invited to. So here's Confessional Faith. Check it out. My book reflection is right in there. So I can always get to this from Google Drive, or I can just log into Google Classroom and again get to it from the name of the assignment. I just click it, and if I've started a document, it'll always be there. So let's say I did submit that. I'm going to take you over to the instructor side of things, the academic professor. So this is what they're seeing. Looks very similar to you. I'm going to go up here and go to work. I'm going to go to Confessional Faith for them. You get to have an inside look here. Now I'm going to go to those book reflections. Let's say it's mid-April and I'm ready to look at the outlines and help out the students. I have a few students here. One has already submitted and had theirs returned and graded. Jerry Schmary hasn't submitted anything. Joe Schmo hasn't submitted anything. Oh, look, Jill. She has something submitted. I click it. And there it is. This is your assignment that your instructor is seeing now live. So what's really cool about this works perfectly for the micro MDiv track and the way that you guys do outlines, because your instructor can check this out and make comments. So as they hover over here, they're going to make a comment. This is incredibly short. Comment. All right, cool. The professor has made this comment. Everything's being saved, remember, constantly in Google Drive. So let's switch back over here to Jill Schmill. We're back in her little world on Google Classroom. I open this. And look at that. My professor's comment or my instructor's comment is already there. This is incredibly short. So let's say I'm like getting all these comments from my teacher. It's getting towards the end of the month. I'm getting ready to submit my final assignment. I'm collecting all their comments. Here we go. This is my final assignment. I can click resolve to resolve a comment that my professor said so that it goes away, so I don't have to have all those comments on my final assignment. And then I click turn in. When you're ready to turn it in, that's what you do. It prompts you to make sure you're ready. Yep, I'm ready to turn this in. And there we go. It shows you then when you go back to the stream page that you're done. And now your professor is going to get that assignment, grade it, and send it to you.